Hello, Nikki Stone.
Hello, Mitze.
Oh my god, my darling. It has been so long since we got together.
No, it hasn't.
It's been so long that we're in another world. Earth no longer exists, and we're inhabitants of different planets now.
Hey, welcome to AstroDivaz with Peterbilt and Stone. I'm Miss Nikki Stone.
And I'm Mitze Peterbilt. Welcome to the second season of our web series. And today we're going to be talking about something that's near and dear to our hearts, the Diva Deck.
Yep, we can't stop talking about it. I don't know if it's just because it feels like I'm talking to myself every time I pull a card because I helped you write them, but we're definitely talking about the Diva Deck again.
That's great. And we're going to read each other. We're going to be a little irreverent, and then we're going to be a little bit more serious. So thanks for tuning in. We look forward to sharing the Diva Deck with you.
You can find the Diva Deck and all of our socials in the link tree in the description box below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we drop new episodes. Why are we aliens?
Why are we aliens today?
Why did we choose this shoot? Because this is part of our heritage as Glamazons. And I'll speak for myself here. I've really been craving that kind of creativity that we used to get doing Glamazon shows. And I really miss it. So
Me too.
Yeah. And
I'm with you on that.
And why not? Being a human at this time on this planet.
It's not a lot of fun.
It's not a lot of fun.
I'd rather be an alien right now.
So let's be aliens.
Okay.
So
I don't have a problem with it.
What's your answer? Why are we aliens today?
Because we decided we were going to do it. We just did it. I don't know. I didn't have a reason. You had a reason. Way more than I did.
The reason was it's time to do a Glamazon look.
Yeah. We've been working together for a while, and not to say that we haven't done Glamazon quality work, but we haven't done anything that's this extreme.
Let's be honest. This is the first time in the year and a half that you and I have been working together that we haven't just pulled the shit out of our closet that we already have. Like,
true.
Like let's design a brand new look and freshen things up a little bit and step up our pussies. That's why we're aliens today.
I'm so happy we did. I am too. Love it.
I love your look today. I'm a little jealous of it.
This is you did a character in Glamazonia 3 Revenge of the Vagine named Oxaquila K-Hole. We all love her. We all miss her. She was wonderful. She went back to sleep at the end of the show, didn't she?
She did.
Okay.
Well, she died out. I mean, she only blooms once every 100 years, and once everyone's intoxicated from her flower, that she just dies off for another 100 years.
Got it. Well, I am her cousin, Pool Tap.
Is that because you look like you have a pull tab on your forehead?
Yeah, and it's an acid reference, you know. Well, it's a name only Ashley O'Shea could come up with.
Oh, dear Ashley, we miss you. Well, I was going for a priestess look, but I kind of feel like I look like Baby Huey.
Baby Huey?
Like that cartoon baby.
Oh, God. That is, I don't know what that is. How old is that?
40s.
Don't look at me through Zoom. Don't look at me through Zoom. I literally don't know what Baby Huey is, though, for real.
So when you edit this, you're gonna have to find a picture of Baby Huey and drop it in so we can see.
Millennial problems, right?
Does Nikki Stone problems? Nikki Stone, what do you want to ask the Diva Deck today?
All right. So, why is it whenever I wear makeup to work, someone always asks me if I have a black eye?
Why do people ask if you have a black eye when you wear makeup to work? Well, my darling, you got the dictator. You got the dictator. Aries energy. You are looking for a fight. So if you're looking for a fight at work, in this warehouse where you're working, and you're putting on makeup, either that or you need to spend a little bit of time on your makeup, because if people are telling you have a black eye, you're not doing something right.
No, the Diva Deck is right. Again, of course, I am putting on makeup as I present mail and going to work in a warehouse. Like, yeah, that's very Aries energy and very looking for a fight. And I really only do it when I'm pissed off anyways. Like, when I'm having a rough morning and I want to feel better about myself, a little smoky black eyeliner definitely makes the day go by better.
Maybe cut down on the purple a little bit.
All right, so, Mitze.
Yeah.
Do you have an irreverent question for the Diva Deck too?
I do have an irreverent question for the Diva Deck.
Oh, I'm ready for you when you're ready.
I think I'm gonna keep this day job related too.
Okay.
Why do the religious assholes always come to my checkout line at work?
Why do the religious assholes always come to my checkout line at work? You got sun. Your life purpose and your spark of creativity is drawing those people right to you. And you are a Virgo, so it's kind of fitting that you're pulling in all those people who have all those undiagnosed mental health problems.
Oh no. As the Diva Deck, she's always right. Hashtag Virgo problems.
Let's do a general, energy around what is going to... we just started a new year, right? What is 2023 going to look like for me?
What is 2023 going to look like for Nikki Stone? She's asking the Diva Deck. So the first card we're going to pull... your headspace, your filter, your perception filter, that's the past that you're bringing into this situation. And the card you got is Cancer. And you might be relying a little bit too much on your, you have a Cancer Venus. And Cancer is about creating a sense of belonging within a family unit and growing a large family. And you've been spending a lot of time recently getting back into the arena of performing and putting yourself out there. So you are likely longing for that that family unit that we have chosen families because of our queerness. It's what we do. So there's probably a little bit of sadness for you in that area of your life. You're looking to have a little bit more of that family unit for yourself.
Yeah. And I could definitely say that I have been focusing a lot on Cancer. Actually, the Diva Deck has been pulling Cancer and Venus and Vanguard. So I've been, feeling a need and feeling pushed to actually focus a lot on Venus. So maybe that'll be shifting.
So the next card we got is the Inquisitor. What's the Inquisitor? Virgo, 6th house, perfectionism. You are in this heart space of asking yourself so many questions and not waiting for the answer. You just keep asking questions. Oh, that could be better. And focusing on improving things in your mental state isn't going to affect your actual well-being. You've got to actually drop that into your heart.
Right.
What is the state of perfection in your here and now? Like connect to the perfection of right here, right now, being more in the moment. So don't be so uptight in your emotional state. Let actually start to feel your emotions a little bit. You know that Virgo energy is about service and focusing on others, and because this card is in the second position, that's your heart space.
Yeah.
So how can you be more in service to your own well-being here?
Right. I can also say Virgo is very mental, and Virgo is my South Node. So I'm very much in that space of South Node. Like, I've been a lot of recovery lately, and a lot of just like I'm getting home from work and like dragging down and dropping into that Virgo of overanalyzing sometimes to try to make everything feel a little bit better, you know?
So your Virgo sits in what house?
My fifth house.
Okay, so that those two things are kind of a little bit at odds with one another. You know, well-being and play. It's likely that at a soul level, you didn't take your health as seriously, and you're like playtime all the time. It's sort of like the ant and the grasshopper kind of thing, and you just squandered that away by playing all the time. So that's kind of for you. There is probably some guilt that comes up around actually using your creativity. You know, we brought up how you want to be coming up with this family, and you know, and a sense of belonging. But you might be conflicted about that. So go to that Pisces Aquarian energy in your North Node and really like cast a wider net. Like go into your fantasy space. Let yourself fantasize, let yourself dream, and let yourself do that in the context of a larger group. That's what your North Node is saying.
Right.
With that Pisces in the 11th house. And your embodiment card, your body card is the Diva.
Embody the whole chart.
Embody your whole chart. Stop picking it apart.
Right.
Like, be all of it. Let yourself have the gifts and do the things that you dream of. Just let yourself have it and stop overthinking it.
Right.
Is what this card pull is saying to you.
I love and hate getting that Diva card when I pull it.
I know.
Because it's like, sometimes I do feel like, oh yeah, I'm running on all the cylinders. I got everything moving. I got everything going where I'd like it to go. And then other times it's like, you pull that Diva card and you're just like, yeah, I'm stuck somewhere.
And sometimes
I needed that reminder even though I didn't want it.
And sometimes the stuck is just like, bitch, the lights are on, do the show.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I always love reading you.
And I can definitely see where right now I'm very much in that Inquisitor 6th house, especially like the work aspect and the daily routine aspect. And it's gives me something to look forward to, knowing that I'll have, or, you know, I always know I will have more days where I'm embodying all of who I am. But it's pointing toward, keep working toward that. Keep working on making sure that you're playing with all the pieces of your chart, even the ones that don't have planets in them, and even the ones that like aren't super easy. Like, they're all going to come up.
Yeah.
And you get to be all of it.
Yep. It's interesting. I don't have anything in Aries, and I just keep getting hit with that energy and that, like, putting my identity out there and like taking the lead with my own adventure, and that's never not going to be true for me. because there aren't any planets there. I have to just keep confronting it.
Right. Especially in your sixth house with the Aries.
Oh my God.
Every day you get hit with Aries energy.
Yep.
I feel lucky mine's in my 12th house.
I just, we've this has come up a lot in our conversations, and it's kind of a theme for us as artists, and it's come up again and again in our podcast stuff, where we talk about self-editing, self-deletion, the big take the final exit kind of thing. And I'm starting to understand that ongoing inner critic, it is an inner critic dialogue that's coming from that, is also kind of a voice, that Aries sixth house voice, because it's a daily thing that I struggle with. It's really calling me forward, not stopping me in my tracks. If I really connect to that Aries energy strongly, but do it from a sense of duty and responsibility and service, that part of the conversation goes away. Like, it pulls me into action. So that's a new perspective that I've just come to in the last couple of days, actually, as things are unfolding.
We haven't even had an opportunity to talk about that yet.
We haven't.
You're spilling it all for the kids.
We'll get to this in a minute.
Mitze, you ready for your reading?
Okay, let's do it. Since we brought up this Aries energy, I think it's relevant to ask this question. One of the things that I've been managing is, it's really an identity crisis, because for the first time in my life, I'm punching a time clock and working according to somebody else's schedule. And I have a lot of grief around that old identity of myself that was a solopreneur, that called herself a healer. And now I'm working in a grocery store, and I know that there's a reason for it, and there's so much stuff that's coming online that I really like from doing this, but I still struggle with the identity part of that,
So your question is about your struggles for identity? Is it specific, or you just want something generally on that topic?
Let's go general. Let's just see what the cards have to say.
Okay. Well, first of all, when I do my pulls for myself, whenever something just flies out of the deck, I call that a bonus card. Mm-hmm. And I just take it as its own separate reading for the whole thing. Your bonus card is the first embodiment principle that we have in Interoception. So undifferentiated awareness of your internal environment. And the call to that will be to continue to expand your awareness into your entire self, which we just talked about with me getting the Diva Deck, or the Diva card. Mm-hmm. So keep that one in mind in the back of your head.
Okay.
Your head card is fire. So appropriate that we're talking about Aries energy here. You're coming from this space of fire and passion and drama and expansion. And it's not just Aries, it's also Leo, it's also Sagittarius. It's that fire trine that you lack. Right?
Yeah. Leo North Node in the 9th house. That's the only fire in my chart.
Your North Node is in Leo. But sometimes you might just be forgetting to stop and read the room. And that can be for you. That's for your own internal body, your own personal self, right? Like, you're getting to this space where you forget to look at yourself and read the room and say, why am I being this fiery? What's going on with me? Mm-hmm. Your heart card is your North Node. So, has it been helpful for you to jump into that Leo North Node energy when you find yourself in that space?
It has been. Absolutely, it has been. And that's in this arena, if I negate my North Node, I can't get through it. Like, I really have to take on a role. And sometimes I feel that I'm being inauthentic and I'm acting the part of someone who cares about stupid people who want groceries. And when I remind myself to have fun with it and to really step into a place of generosity, that Leo energy is generosity. And when I get fiery and back to the proprioception, interoception, when I lose that, I've become so inner focused on my own inner fire, my own inner rage. I don't care about any of the people that come in front of me. So it's not a coincidence that I'm in this role currently at this stage in my life, because it's forcing me to do that as a matter of survival.
Right. And it's gonna show because your Leo is your 10th house. Mm-hmm. So everybody's going to see it. Mm-hmm. Moving from that, your gut card, your third card, is semi-sextile. So 2 signs that are right next to each other. Mm-hmm. It's that feeling you get when your sibling really understands you and then suddenly they don't. Because you guys are so similar, but also so incredibly dissimilar. And it's asking if you can both wallow in the dissimilarity and rejoice in the dissimilarity. Or are you just going to do one or the other? Or, I mean, at the end of the day, the choice is yours, right?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. What I'm aware of is how my mental space wants to negate the embodiment of that sibling energy. Mm-hmm. And sort of strategize. Virgo energy wants to come up with a strategy like, how can I plan on experiencing semi-sextile energy? And here's the real truth. In that arena, I am cultivating a whole brand new family that loves and appreciates me and doesn't hold back in expressing that appreciation. So that semi-sextile energy there's such an opportunity for growth there. Where I am. And I'm finally starting to let go of the identity that I've been clinging to as, the boss.
The boss bitch.
The boss bitch. Well, that Leo is the boss in 10th house, seeks to be the boss. Right. And the more I'm just myself and I play and I'm on like, if I show up like this at work tomorrow, I am celebrated. I work in a space where I can do that. And I'm just now, almost a year later, really starting to feel and embody and appreciate the truth of that and trust it rather than just being an idea.
You do work in a beautiful place, even if the work is what the work is.
Sometimes, like, I just got my review this week, and it was so beautifully written. First of all, it was just an acknowledgement of my authenticity and an invitation for me to be more resilient, because I can tend to act out. If I get disembodied, I act out, and it's not fun for anybody. And the invitation is for me to make my needs more known. Like, what could be better than that? Because I know that I'm going to be able to.
Asks that kind of thing.
Boss. Because they're asking me to be my own boss. That's the environment that I'm working in. That's what everyone is expected there. There's no bureaucracy. There's no boss. Like, we're there to create an incredible experience for the people who come shop at our store. And everyone has their own version of that, and that's celebrated at all levels. And I guess, talk about interoception.
You're lucky. I do not have that same environment
I'm
anymore.
sorry.
It's okay. I've worked in it before. I know what I'm doing. I know how to navigate. I just forget that I can't get my emotions too tied up in it anymore. Got to pull back on that Venus a little bit sometimes.
Well,
when I'm at
and
work.
are you, I mean, you have shared with me on several occasions the kind of feedback that you're getting at work. And it's surprising that you're surprised by that feedback because you, like I, probably have this inner critic that's constantly feeling like you're going to get in trouble for not doing a good enough job, so you work even harder. That's
how it started, but lately it's been like, why is everybody else around me so fucking lazy? So that's another question for the Diva Deck later. So yeah, it started that way. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to get critiqued, and like, you know, whatever it could have been for not doing as well as I could be doing. But as I've worked there longer, I realized I'm one of the people with like the best work ethics in the whole building, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I don't. Yeah, I feel very secure in my job right now, which is, I'm grateful for that. I'm very grateful I feel secure in my job.
That's not to be taken for granted right now.
No. And like our company literally just cut 10% of the higher ups because we didn't do well this year. And it wasn't our part of the company that didn't do well, thankfully. And it wasn't my building that didn't do well, thankfully. I'm grateful for all of those things. And at the same time, it's like, we're going through a recession again. Have nothing I haven't seen before, but like, I'm working with some people who've never actually worked through this before, and they don't understand. Like, you just keep doing what you're doing and you work at your level, and if you're not up to other people's standards, you might get cut. Yeah. Sorry about it.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Thank you for joining us today on our irreverent journey through our take on astrology. I've been Miss Nikki Stone.
And I've been Mitze Peterbilt. We're so delighted that you're here. We love you so much. And as always, keep it light and do the work. Better. What's the point of doing couture if you got all these wires hanging everywhere?
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're getting your way.
Well, I don't want my fucking pink wire on this either, but I didn't give my wireless enough time to charge, so I don't have any other option either.
If I lean this way... Okay.
Actually, this made my hair look better, too. I just have this stupid pink wire. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. You know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.